Well, hello, welcome. I'm Flo.
And I'm Terrell. About 4 years ago, we both sat in the exact same seats that you're about to sit in right now. In fact, I sat right there. See that guy with the hat on? Right
Yeah.
where he's sitting.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I sat on the other side near the blonde girl near the front with the headband on. That's where I sat.
That's amazing. And we were both feeling the exact same way that you're probably feeling right now. A little nervous, maybe a little anxious,
Maybe jet lagged, long way from home,
alone and unsure.
wondering if you made the right decision.
Well, we're here to tell you that you have made the exact right decision. And to help you get started, we're going to do a little ice breaking out front. We're going to get to know a few of these students that are walking in, and you're going to learn a little something about them before they even come in and sit down.
That's right. So just relax, make yourself comfortable, and hey, turn to the person next to you, introduce yourself, and start a conversation.
Come on now, we can see you. Introduce yourselves, and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, I'm Terrell. I got our first new AAU student here. Tell everybody your name and what your major is.
My name is True, and I'm an acting major.
True here for the acting department. Shout out to the acting department. So we're gonna ask a little ice-breaking question for you for all the students in there. As far as acting, who is your motivation for acting?
It's kind of hard to say just because of the industry itself. You can find motivation in literally me having this conversation with you, talking to a complete stranger, movies, commercials. You can literally find it. A dog walking across the street, it's everywhere as long as you open your eyes to the different possibilities of where you can find your inspiration for acting.
So you get your motivation from life, from
life.
the world. The world is your motivation.
Literally the essence.
All right. Well, that's what I like to see, man. The world is her motivation. We're gonna see over in Tuck to see who's Flo's talking to now. Flo, who you got over there?
I've got another first-year student here. Will you tell me your name?
Vanessa,
So Vanessa, what are you going to study this year?
fashion journalism.
Okay, so I have to ask you, what's your favorite fashion magazine?
Well, I love Vogue, so I have like almost every issue. So I'm kind of a fan, and hopefully Vogue sees this one day, and
Yeah.
maybe I could get a job after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of stories would you like to tell?
Nothing. Just this is my first time going to school like away from home, so I'm excited. I'm looking for new adventure, and yeah, I'm just excited to be here.
I think I forgot to ask you where you're from.
Sacramento, California.
Okay, so not that far away.
Yeah, no, just about a couple hours away. So,
What do you think you're going to miss from home?
the weather, it's kind of a little bit warmer where I'm from, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been pretty cold and rainy here lately. I hate to break it to you.
yeah. Well, back there too, so yeah.
All right, well, thanks so much. We'll go back to Terrell.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Flo. I'm here with our next student, Carlo. He's here for game design. Shout out to the game design department.
Hi guys, I'm Carlo.
Carlo, tell everybody where you're from, though.
I'm from San Francisco, right here.
Oh, local guy. All right. So the big question on everybody's mind this year: what kind of game guy are you? Are you a Xbox One or are you a PS4?
I'm a PS4 kind of guy.
Oh, PS4. All right, one for PS4. And what is it about the PS4 that attracts you the most?
Honestly, it's like the graphics, you know? Like, well, actually, I don't really know why I got PS4. It's just like the console I got, so, you know, PS4 it is.
Well, they've been around for a long time. They got the reputation, right?
Exactly.
What kind of game are you looking to design here at AAU?
A game like Final Fantasy 15 from Square Enix. I really like that game, actually.
Well, I'll tell you, I did a video on game design last year. You got a good department in front of you, so good luck with that, all right? We're going to take it over to Flo and see who she's talking to. Flo,
I have another new student. What's your name?
Victor.
Victor. So it's your first year here?
Yes. Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
Pretty nervous, excited and overwhelmed.
I totally understand that. I felt the same way. What are you most excited about this new program and starting your degree?
I'm excited just to get into the industry and learn and just start doing something I'm very passionate about,
And what is that?
Motion picture and television, film, getting behind the camera and seeing how that works, stuff like that.
Awesome. So what is your favorite movie, or what would you say inspires you?
Favorite movie is kind of a tough one, but putting it to my head, I'll probably say Empire Strikes Back. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, Star Wars fan.
Star Wars, yeah, huge Star Wars. Love that movie. Watched it forever.
What do you think makes Star Wars so special?
I just love the stories, and all the stuff that's out in space, and I thought that was pretty good sci-fi and all that stuff. It kind of pretty cool, that stuff that makes me excited about film.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us. Back to you, Terrell.
all right, thank you, Flo. I'm here with a new student, Ellen. She's here for music composing, is that right?
Yeah, music scoring and composition.
And where are you from right now?
I'm from Burlingame.
Burlingame, another local, another San Francisco local. All right. So, Ellen, what was the first instrument that you ever picked up as a youngin?
As a youngin, it was piano, and then I discovered the trumpet, and I picked that up instantly and fell in love with it.
So you virtuoso playing different instruments now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a question now. There's a lot of movies that are out, a lot of movies to come out. If you could do the score for any movie of your choice, which movie would you choose, Ellen?
La La Land.
La La Land. Okay, that's a good movie, man. I would have chose. I thought you were gonna say Star Wars. I don't know why, but that's where I was leaning toward because Star Wars has a dub score.
A lot of people tell me that, I could see you doing the scoring for Star Wars because my dad is a huge Star Wars nut. He even referenced a couple of the scenes in his thesis back in the day when he was going to law school and stuff. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, Star Wars would be actually really cool. Sci-fi, pretty much anything. But jazz is my heart and soul. So, yeah.
Well, we got a future music composer on our hands for the next 4 years. We're gonna take it over to Flo right now and see who she's talking to. Flo, who you got over there with you?
Hey, I've got Danny, and he's really excited about what this year?
Well, I'm just starting photography, just separated active duty military, and looking to pursue my bachelor's.
That is so exciting. So it must be a moment to really pursue your passions, it sounds like.
Yes, I spent the last 10 years working IT, and that whole time I was like, when I get out, I'm not going to do IT. And here I am.
That's awesome. So I have a really random question for you.
All right.
What would you do if you got your 15 minutes of fame next week? Like something you made, a photo you took just went viral. What would you do?
Well, I'd probably take all that publicity, travel somewhere far off in the world, and hopefully never have to come back.
Not loving it here these days?
Oh no, if 15 minutes of fame, once that's over, you go back to your normal life. I might as well just, take it and just go.
I like that. I've never thought about that. That's a good answer. Have you lived in San Francisco before? Are you from far away?
I'm originally from Pennsylvania. The military's taking me kind of all over the world. I'm currently living outside Sacramento and will be doing a hybrid on-site online schedule.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's been great talking to you, Danny. I hope you have a great new semester. And back to Terrell.
All right, thank you, Flo. I'm here. I got Israel representing from the advertising department. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, advertising. Make sure you guys make some noise for him. So, Israel, tell everybody where you're from right now.
So I'm from the Sacramento area.
Sacramento Kings fan?
A little bit, yep.
All right, so you're here for the advertising department.
Yes, sir.
I got to tell you, Super Bowl is coming up this week. Do you watch Super Bowl?
I do.
Are you looking forward to the commercials? I know the commercial thing is really big for you advertisers. Is that right?
Absolutely. It's honestly one of the best parts of that Super Bowl anyways, right? Especially with no California teams.
Is there a Super Bowl or commercial that you're looking forward to seeing? Who does it the best?
I always like Doritos commercials. They're always typically really fun. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Doritos, they blew it out the box
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't even lie, man. I love Doritos commercials.
Yeah.
I like the one where the kid was Darth Vader and they turned the car
Yes,
on too.
yes, that was
an
extremely
awesome one.
Yeah, yeah.
So what kind of twist are you gonna put on your advertising? What's your advertising style if you have one?
I think I'm still discovering that, but it's mostly going to be for print advertisement. That's where I want to focus on.
Okay.
So I want to get more familiar with that for sure.
All right. Hey, you guys, Israel here from the advertising department. Make sure you say hello to him. We're gonna take it over to Flo right now. Flo, who are you talking to?
I have another new student. What's your name?
Keedell.
Keedal, and what are you here to study?
Fine arts,
What exactly?
acting.
Oh, that's awesome. What is your acting inspiration or your actor that you were inspired by?
I'd have to say Denzel Washington. He was amazing in everything he does, and it's just, like for me, he really impacts me watching his, the way he can just get into a role, how some actors get caught up in doing a certain role. That man literally can do anything, and I'd like to be like that.
Wow, so does that mean you want to have a lot of versatility in your ability to act different characters?
Yes, I would. I would love to just be able to go from murderer to superhero.
That is pretty cool. Not many people can do that.
That's what I hope to do.
So what else are you excited about here living in San Francisco?
Oh, it's just a new environment for me. I'm coming from Phoenix, Arizona, and it's a lot cooler. I can actually go outside and not die. So.
It's still hot there?
Yeah, it's hot year-round there.
No way.
You get about 2 weeks of winter, and then it's back to heat.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is going to be different. It's a little rainy and cold here. I hate to break it to you.
Hey, that's fine. I love the rain, love the cold. I think it looks pretty. So.
Do you have any favorite sports or activities?
I think I'd go with basketball. I like playing video games. Who doesn't?
What's your favorite video game?
Oh man, you put me in a corner. That's it's like asking me my favorite movie. It's like I'm gonna go with a genre. My favorite genre. I like zombie video games.
Awesome, zombie video games. Well, this was great speaking with you. Thank you so much. I'll have to head back to Terrell now. Thanks, guys. Right now. That's how small I am.
All right, thank you, Flo. I have Hannah here for another acting major, acting stand-up. Hannah, tell everybody where you're from.
I am from Minden, Nevada, and if you haven't heard of that, that's okay because it's absolutely nowhere.
How close is it to Las Vegas?
It's about I'd say like 2-hour drive, maybe.
So you're close to the Strip. I'm gonna say that. She's close to the Strip, you guys. So Hannah, you're gonna be a future actress. Would you rather prefer to act in a drama or a comedy or action? What's your favorite kind of movie to be an actress in?
I would probably love to be in a comedy. That sounds like a lot of fun. So.
And who is your favorite actress? Who do you look up to as a mentor that's already out there in the acting world?
Does it have to be a woman?
No.
Robert Downey Jr. He is amazing.
He is amazing. Robert Downey Jr. he's like the GOAT, man, I swear, on everything I love. Well, thank you, Hannah. Good luck to you. And we're going to see you around. We're going to take it over to Flo right now and see who she's talking to. Flo, who you got right now?
Thank you, Terrell. Yes, hi, it's Dance and Flow, and I am here with
Chris.
Thank you for meeting with me to chat. And I wanted to ask you what you're studying here this year.
I am studying game development.
And why did you decide to study game development?
Because I've always enjoyed playing video games, and I figured if I enjoy it so much, why don't I try designing one?
So I have a question. I'm really interested in virtual reality as a multimedia student. Do you think virtual reality has a future in the game world?
I honestly think so. For the most part, it has a lot of promise, but at the same time, it also has a lot of controversy due to the fact that a lot of people don't like it.
Really? A lot of people don't like it?
Well, there have been mixed comments about it, some good, some bad, but for the most part, it's on the gooder side. It's something new that everyone wants to try out, so yeah.
Do you think it'll take video games to a whole nother level, or do you think it'll just be like, another thing?
I honestly think it has a lot of room for progress, more like full-on virtual reality sort of video games where you're actually in the game, but also with the chance of possibly doing something else.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen? It's a big world out there. So where are you from?
I'm from Modesto, California.
Okay, so another Californian. How does the weather compare to down there?
It's about the same, a bit foggier.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm asking everybody this. I'm just kind of, interested in the weather because it's normally better weather here. I'm a little upset about it. But it was so nice to meet you. I hope you have a great first week of school.
Thank you.
And I'm going to send it back to Terrell.
All right, thank you, Flo. I'm here. I got Nick. Nick comes to us from Toledo by way of China. All right, China in the building, represent, all right?
Yep.
Tell everybody what your major is going to be here at AAU.
Game development, mostly. More onto a level designer.
Level designer. All right. So I've been asking people that from the game development what kind of system they prefer. Are you more of a PS4 guy or an Xbox One lover?
It is a tricky question because you can actually piss off the both sides. The thing is, I play most of the game mostly on PC, but I'm more like a PS4 guy.
I never thought about PC. Do you get involved in the esports at all?
I actually want to.
You want to?
I want to, but just right now, just so little chance. Might have some chance later.
Oh no, you're gonna get some chances right away because we have in the game development department, we have an esports. We have an esports room. So you're gonna be able to get on ASAP.
I hope you guys have room for your Overwatch.
Always room, especially if you got skills. They're gonna make room for you, no doubt. And we live stream all of our esports competitions, so you're gonna be able to make a name for yourself as an esports gamer. Are you excited about that?
That's amazing. Looking forward to it.
So you're talking about level design. What kind of games are you interested in designing? Like first-person shooter or action or like a Mario Kart? What kind of game do you want to design?
I think I'm more into like a combination of open world with third-person shooters and maybe sometimes first-person shooter. Something like GTA 5.
Oh, okay. Want to be a GTA kind of guy, huh? You like breaking into cars and
or
guns?
Something like Ghost Recon Wildlands. The new games coming out in March.
All right. All right. Well, Nick, thank you very much, man, for taking time to talk to me. Good luck in the gaming department, and I'll see you around campus, okay?
Excuse my speech. I got rubber bands on my braces. So
it's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to speak.
Hi, I'm Flo. I've got Jonathan Botts here.
How you doing? My name is Jonathan Botts. I'm a fashion design student here at the Academy of Art University.
So where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Awesome. And is this your first year?
Actually, this is my second semester, but it's my first time on campus, man. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
That's awesome. Who is your favorite fashion designer?
Oh, man, I mean, it's Christian Dior, Robert Geller. I have to say Robert Geller, man. Yeah,
I'm going to have to check him out.
Yeah, no, I think you should. He's a really good urban artist, man. He's been around for a long time. He's a really well developing artist. He's definitely influencing the industry. Everything that he's been doing. Yeah. So
that's awesome. Well, I'll have to check him out. I have never heard of him before. I wanted to ask you a really random question since we're wrapping up here, I think. I wanted to ask you what your favorite pizza topping is.
I have to say pineapple, man. Pineapple is I'm like a sweet, drink kind of guy, sweet food kind of guy, spicy sweet. I guess it's, just my heritage coming out.
That's awesome. I love Hawaiian pizza. Do you like Hawaiian?
Hawaiian pizza, so that's my favorite pizza, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Hawaiian.
Okay.
But I have to be honest, if I could switch the ham with, pepperoni, that would be a win.
Oh, okay.
That would be a win.
All right, that's a new type of pizza. I don't know what we'd call it. Hawaiian
pepperoni?
Italian. I don't
We can
know.
do that. I'm cool with that.
All right, well, thanks so
Well,
thanks so much, Jonathan.
Thank you so
I'm going to give it back to Terrell. Thanks so much. It's Dance and Flow.
All right, thank you, Flo. I'm here. I got Justin here. Justin, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
All right, I'm doing just fine. Tell everybody out there what your major is.
I'm doing acting.
Another acting major we have here. Shout out to the acting department doing big things. So, Justin, are you more of a on-stage kind of actor, or are you looking for screen acting?
More of screen. I wouldn't mind some on-stage experience as well.
All right. So, Justin, you told me earlier you come to us from India. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, is there anybody in the India film scene that you look up to that we should be on the lookout for?
Yeah, a lot of actors, you know, they're now getting into Hollywood as well. I just watched a movie, Triple X. Xander Cage, you know, there's an Indian actress in there, and so many other Bollywood actors, you know, doing pretty great in the industry, and they always want to look up, you know, come and be part of Hollywood. Obviously, you know, that's one of my dreams is to, you know, start with Hollywood.
All right, so Hollywood actor. This is one of my major questions right here.
Okay.
Are you more of an action star? Are you trying to be like a comedy, or you want to be drama? What are you looking forward to?
I would say so. I want to concentrate on drama, comedy, and action. I know that sometimes there's a mix of both, you know, action and comedy. I think I don't know. I think it's a mix of everything. It's good to have that mix, not just, you know, if you see some action movies that have comedy in it, and they're pretty good. So I like the mix.
All right. Well, you're gonna get a lot to choose from and a lot of way to work your range. All right. So good luck to you, Justin. Go on in, have a seat, and we're gonna get started in a few minutes. All right.
Hey, so what do we do when we're running out of time?
I guess we just say goodbye and start the show.
Okay, well, it's been great. You guys have been great sports. We've learned so much about many of the new students here today, and I want to thank you all for joining us.
That's right. Thank you for participating. We're going to get the show started in just a few minutes. We're going to turn it over to the head of the Media and Communications Technology Department, Jan Yanahiro. Jan? Yee!
Of course, thank you, Flo. Welcome to all of you, and for all of you just coming in, just come on in and find a seat closest to where you're standing. It doesn't matter if that's not quite your department, you can make a new friend. So come on in, just find a seat anywhere that's open. We want to get started. So first and foremost, welcome everyone. Welcome to spring semester here at the Academy of Art University. Welcome to you. Give yourselves a wonderful welcome applause. Let's hear it. Woo! So I'm Jan Yanahiro. I'm delighted to be here. I serve as a director for communications and media technologies, but we're here to celebrate all of you. It's a glorious day in San Francisco because you are all here. We have represented here students from 115 different countries, and I think that's important. And I just met a bunch of people from China. Where are you? Oh, my friends from China, raise your hand, give a cheer. I met somebody from, woo! I met somebody from Dubai. Dubai, right here. Taiwan, Thailand, where are you? Yes, come on, give a wave. Of course, Canada. I met people from Canada. And Russia, Japan, and Greece. Come on, where are you? Give a wave, give a wave. Of course, Bay Area folks, Bay Area. Let's hear it from Livermore to San Francisco to San Jose. You are here at San Ramon. I heard from San Ramon. Shout it out. Thank you for coming. Los Angeles, East Bay, Philadelphia and Chicago and New York City. Welcome. Let's hear it. So we just want you to know that we here at the Academy of Art University believe in diversity. We welcome every single one of you from different creative cultures. We honor your families, your family history. We honor your ideals and your ideas, and we celebrate your creativity. We honor you for being here. We celebrate diversity here at the university, and we just want you to know that. Now, to give you the official welcome, to the Academy of Art University, I want you to give her a thunderous welcome. That would be our Chief Academic Officer, Sue Raleigh, everyone. Come on, let's hear it. Woo!
Wow, that was pretty thunderous, and I haven't even said anything yet, so thank you. I also want to personally welcome you to the Academy of Art University. I'm going to change my slide there. You know, this is a great city, and how many, just hold up your hand. If you're international students, would you just hold up your hand wherever you're from? A lot of you. And how many of you are from California? Hold up your hand. Great. And how about other places in the United States? Hold up your hand. It's a very mixed group, and you know, this is what it's going to look like when you go into your classrooms. I think the thing that is really powerful is that now you have a new home. For all of you, your new home is San Francisco, California. And I want you to really embrace it and enjoy it, because it's one of the, I think, sorry, other people from New York or where else, but I think it's the best city in the United States, so hey, that's what I think. So before I go too far into the presentation, I want to just say a little bit about how we got here. Many of you probably have heard a little bit about the story, but kind of let me give you the formal summary. So what happened was, our founder was this person, Mr. Richard Stevens. He learned to paint and draw in Paris. And amazingly enough, he said, well, if I could be taught this, I can teach others to do it. And that's how it got started. So this is some of his artwork. He became the director of Sunset Magazine, the art director of Sunset Magazine. And he really believed that not only could you learn to do this thing, but that you should be taught by people who do it and are successful. This is one of the first classes that was here at the school, had 15 students. Now we have almost 14,000. So his idea has worked. And I really have seen over the years that I've worked here that people just like you start out with a dream, a vision, and they end up with a career. He was replaced when he retired by his son, Richard Stevens. And Mr. Stevens also believed in these philosophies that you could be taught to learn to do this, that you should be taught by people who were successful. He believed in a disciplined approach, and I think that's really key, because many times you go to art school and it's like, well, be creative, do your own thing, but you aren't given the skills to actually communicate what your vision is, and that's not going to happen here. You're going to learn the basic skills so that when you do go out in the world, your ideas can be communicated. He also started our graduate program because he believed that maybe students went to other schools, but then they wanted these skills. They wanted to know how to do this thing, this art and design. And so they would come here to get their graduate degree. How many of you, is anybody here in the graduate program? Hold up your hand. Welcome. Great, that's great. Our current president is Elisa Stevens, and she has continued these principles throughout her presidency. I think the thing that is most interesting about Elisa is that she is all about innovation. And she really looks at the school every day in about 100 different ways, trying to figure out what should happen next, what do the students need to know. And I'm going to brag a little bit about her here. I remember when she was a young, new president, and she wanted to bring in computers. Now you all are looking at me like, what was it, the Dark Ages? No, but at that time, in the 90s, it was 95, that didn't happen. And she said, we're going to do it. This is going to be a new tool. I really think people need to know how to do their art and design on the computers. And we started to get computer labs and all kinds of computers. And that was a huge issue. I remember going to one of our accrediting bodies, a conference, and saying, we're using computers. And somebody said, this pencil is the only tool I need. Well, that's true. But we sure wouldn't be where we are today if we didn't have the enhancement of the computer. So Dr. Stevens made that happen. As we go forward, you're going to be working in the classroom. You're going to be meeting students from all over the world. You're going to be networking with pros who are teaching you, so you will have your own network by the time you graduate. And I just want to take a moment right now for you to introduce yourself to the people around you, just your name and your major and where you're from, just so you get a chance to start to say hi to these people. They're your new family, your new friends who want the same thing that you want, which is an art and design community and a successful career in art and design. So go ahead, say hello to the people around you real quick. Okay. Come back to me for a moment. This is just the beginning. All right. This always happens. Once you guys have the opportunity to talk to each other, you can't stop. It just keeps going, and that's the great thing. And for all of you who may be watching online, a big shout out to you. One of the things that Dr. Stevens also did was say people from all over the world, even if they can't come here in person, should be able to learn these skills. So for those people who are watching us in our live streaming, it's great to have you here as well. So now we've talked about community, we've talked about the disciplined approach, the pros teaching, we've talked about the importance of the practical information versus the theory. All of that is key for what you're going to be learning here, and I would bet that's why a lot of you came. I want to go into the past a little bit, though, and talk about an artist that many of you, I'm sure, heard of. His name is Michelangelo, and he said this: the greater danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it's too low and we reach it. So I want you to think about that for a while, just briefly. Because I'm sure some of you have a lot of fear right now. I know you're excited, but on the other hand, you're wondering, can I really do this? And what's it going to be like? And who's going to be in my classes? And am I going to fit in? All of those things that we all worry about. But the thing that I want to say to you is, don't sell yourself short. Go into that class on day one, giving it the best you have, and don't worry about being the best in your class. Be the best that you can be. Because there's no reason to come in with the idea, well, I don't want to look too eager or too excited or too, I don't know, motivated. We want you to come in like, this is my opportunity of a lifetime. This is my chance to make my dream come true. So don't sell yourself short. Reach for the stars on this thing. For Michelangelo, he really, he just started, he was crazy about carving and sculpture, and that's what he wanted to do. And the city of Florence said, well, we need some symbol of vitality and youth for our city. And so he did this sculpture, the David. The story behind it is of David and Goliath, where this young guy was going to have to fight this huge giant, and all he had were some pebbles and a slingshot. But the thing that's really amazing about this figure is the detail that went into it. You see, Michelangelo reached for the stars. He never did anything halfway. He didn't start something and then say, oh, I'm tired of this, I'm moving on. He really put his heart and soul into it. And you can see that when you look close up at the face of David. Because see, this was going to be on a building way up high. People weren't going to be able to see the expression on his face. But that didn't matter to Michelangelo. He really put his heart and soul into it. He had the furrowed brow. You just feel the sense of that giant that's coming, and all I've got's a slingshot. So he did this sculpture. He was about your age. How many of you are 20, 21, 22? Hold up your hand if you're there. Yeah, a lot of you. He was your age. So he did this sculpture, and then, as fate would have it, the Pope saw it and said, I want him to do sculpture at my tomb, because he was an older guy, Pope Julius. So he called Michelangelo in, and Michelangelo was thrilled. He went to look for some really great marble to do these sculptures. And politics was happening then too. Some people got to him and said, hey, you know, he's not right for this. I don't think he's the right guy. So he called Michelangelo back and he said, no, I'm sorry. Changed my mind. But we do have a chapel, and that chapel desperately needs to have that ceiling painted. And this is what it looked like. It's pretty drab, right? So Michelangelo was like, I'm not a painter, I'm a sculptor. I just did this big, you want me to paint a ceiling? Well, that's what the job was. That was the offer. So reluctantly, he took that job, but with one caveat, and that caveat was he could do whatever he wanted to that ceiling, okay? Now, the Pope had no idea what the guy was going to do, but Michelangelo worked on it for years, not just a few weeks. Remember, this is the guy that was going to do sculpture. He wasn't a painter. And this is what he did. If you look at this, you'll see 343 figures. He used a type of fresco that's very, very difficult. He tried to get assistance, but he did most of all the work himself. And why? Because he wanted it to be the best it could possibly be. This was his assignment, and he was going to get an A on it. And I want to show you just a few close-ups here. As you can see, these are panels that are way up in the ceiling. Again, he didn't have to do all this detail. This is one that you've probably seen many times. This is God putting the breath of life into Adam. The interesting thing about this one, this is the first time we saw the face of God. So for any of you who feel like, well, my ideas, my imagination, you know, it's kind of crazy. Hey, he had the bravery, I guess, courage to say, I know what God looks like, and I'm going to show you. The point of all this is that you can do anything. All of you, anybody in here, you can learn to do this. You can have your dream, but you have to give it your part. You have to give it 100%. President Stevens asked me some time ago, What does it take for a student to be successful at the Academy of Art? I did a lot of research. I read stuff. I looked at past grades. I looked at schools they attended previously. Lots of stuff. But what I came up with was all about attitude. It's focus, it's passion, and it's commitment. It's focus to go do the deep dive in one of these subjects, not just to do a little bit here and a little bit there. It's passion to get up in the morning when you don't feel like it. It's passion to stay working later at night when you're tired, but because you're burning up with the need to get this image out there. And it's commitment. And the commitment's really important because you're going to have bad days. I'm going to tell you right now, I hate to say it. I don't want to be a downer to any of you, but there will be bad days. You're going to get a critique that you didn't like so much. But guess what? It's going to make you better. It's going to make you better in the long run. Don't give up. Just think about this. If you gave up the first time you were learning to ride a bicycle and you fell down, or even when you were learning to walk, you just quit the first time you fell down, you wouldn't be walking, you wouldn't be riding a bicycle, you certainly wouldn't be here in San Francisco. So anytime we're learning something new, we're going to have bad days. Don't give up. This guy, you've seen him before, Walt Disney, he was on a train. He was on a train headed to the West Coast. Nothing was going right for him. He was having a series of bad days. And he started doodling, and out came Mickey Mouse. And he said, Disney World, Disneyland, all the Disney everything was all started by a mouse. But he also said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Hold on to your vision. So if you can dream it, if you can think it, you can do it. This is my favorite. Yoda, you all know who he is, right? But anyway, he said, try not, do or do not. There is no try. So take that word try, I'm trying, out of your vocabulary and give it everything you have. In concluding, I just want to say, if you do your best every day, if you trust this process that we have refined over all these years, we will be there to support you as you show us work we've never seen before. We will be there to applaud you. We will be there with you as you show us who you really are and what you can do. So I look forward to meeting you, and I also can't wait to see what you're going to create. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sue Raleigh. Thank you, Sue. I just want to make sure we welcome all the online students. Hi, online students. Give a wave to online students. They're all over the world watching us now. So welcome to the online students. We actually pride ourselves here at the university to offer you some groundbreaking classes. And for instance, industrial design with Tamatano, they have robotics, jewelry and metal arts and fashion. They have 3D printing. And last spring, we offered the very first drone production class. As you know, drones are everywhere. They're in television, in movies. Fire departments are using them. Also, real estate companies are using them. Architecture, we have a school of architecture here. We know the architects are using them. Fashion shows, check this with Simon Unglis. Fashion shows are using drones in the fashion shows. So we know that drones are everywhere. And I want to show you just a quick 48-second video that was shot by a student. Austin Esposito is his name. And he shot this skateboarder at the top of Lombard Street. Rotate, please. And he won an award for this. there you go. So one shot with drone, and here we are. Drones are everywhere. This is a DJI Inspire, and we're going to show you on the screen. Here you are. So Richard Hart and Ken Farrell are running this. If you see yourself, give a wave. There you are. Drones are everywhere. We're having some, there you go, there you go. Can we get the video? There you go, there you go. Give a wave. So, if you want to take this drone production class, it's open to all students in every department. So sign up, talk to your advisors, and you too can be flying drones and do this. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Richard. Now they're going to land. Watch it land. Here we go. Landing. Perfect. All right. So it's fun. And again, one semester, Austin Esposito shot that drone video. It was one shot, Lombard Street, and he actually won an award for that. So more exciting, cutting edge things that we do here at the university, and that's virtual reality. You know, more than 1 million virtual reality headsets were sold this past Christmas. Maybe some of you were lucky enough to get it. So we know that VR is on the top of everybody's Christmas list, or was, and that we want to make sure that we offer classes in VR. So teaching VR, animation teaches VR. Web design, new media teaches VR. Certainly MPT, communications, we have VR classes too. And of course, top of the list of VR, that'll be game development, David Goodwine and his team. And they're going to do a quick demo today. And guess what? They're going to also need a volunteer. So we've got a quick demo coming up of a brand new game that was developed by one of their instructors, Phil Caulfield, and I'm going to have him explain it all to you. So warm welcome to Phil from Game Development. Phil.
Thank you, thank you. So, please come on up. Hidel is our volunteer. Thank you. Please have a seat. So we're going to be showing, we actually have several games in production in the game department right now. This is one that was inspired by old school arcade shooters with an art style derived from Jack Kirby, a little bit Stanley Kubrick, and a whole lot of surrealism. So you're actually going to be among the first to actually see this work in progress right now. All right, give us 1 second.
Tell us what he's going to be doing, Phil, and what this is, the name of your game, Phil. Will we pipe it up? The name of this game?
The name of the game right now, the working title is Cosmic Pew Pew, because I'm really bad at naming things. So if anybody has an idea for a good idea for a name, I'd love to hear it.
And basically, it's about a spaceship.
Yeah, literally it's just designed to be something where you're shooting aliens, again, old school arcade. Anybody familiar with Jack Kirby, comic book people here? Couple hands up. So very much, excellent, love the clapping. But very much influenced by that style. So, unfortunately, we're missing the sound on here. But basically some cosmic beings, a little bit of strangeness in there. Any of you have played something like Space Harrier, recognize some of the unusualness of it. And pretty much just shoot everything that moves right now. Ultimately, the avatar you see in the background will be the boss fight. And this will be a rolling project within the game department. So different developers, designers will have an opportunity to do additional levels for this. We have other projects rolling that deal with motion controls, even role-playing games, and multiplayer online games as well. You're doing great. All right, so we got to cut you off there. Thank you.
Give him a hand, a volunteer.
So actually, if I can just hold you up for just 1 second. So it's watching it up here is a little bit different than actually seeing it in there. So can you just tell us a little bit about the sense that you had, the environment?
I felt like I was in an arcade, like I was in Galaxia? You ever played that? Okay, yeah, I felt like I was in it, you know. It wasn't just, I don't know. It was deep.
Cool. Thank you. So if you want to be part of a game, what is again the name, Phil?
Cosmic Pew Pew.
Okay. If you want to be part of that game, go see Game Development.
Again, I will take suggestions for names.
Yes. They're developing it now. We had sound effects on it. Phil put sound effects, but we had a technical glitch. But anyway, on with the show. Now, to chat about campus life, this is all the fun activities you get to do after you complete your homework and your fabulous assignments. All things fun. Here is Harmony Markby. She is your student affairs representative, and I like to say she is in charge of fun. Harmony, come on up.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Good? All right, so our campus life department has amazing programs to help get you guys involved outside of the classroom to do fun events all over campus and all over San Francisco. So on campus, we have 2 modern gym facilities, take a dip in our pool, basketball courts, and an art cafe. We also have free fitness classes. Who here likes yoga? Yoga, Zumba, hip hop dance? Yeah? Perfect. So we have free fitness classes that you can take, and you can just sign up on our website at academyart.edu/students/fitness-recreation. That's where you'll find the schedule, and you can sign up for all those classes. We also know that you're here to make new friends in college. You guys are sitting now with some of your different departments, but you guys want to make friends outside of your department or in different areas. So we have more than 25 different clubs on campus. So we have clubs like an animation club, a ping pong club, comic book clubs, and different clubs in your majors. So you can actually join those. And then to help you here on campus, this first week during orientation, we'd actually like to highlight our orientation leaders. So please stand up and give them a big round of applause. Woo! Woo! Yay! So these students are here to help you, get you acclimated to academy life. And so they're going to have what's called Jump Start. That's going to be on Friday at 10:30 back here at Post Street. And so you guys can come and learn a little bit more. And then coming up this semester, we're going to have a lot of fun events. And so starting off your weekend strong, let's go bowling with us. So we're going to be bowling at Lucky Strike. That's going to be on Saturday, February 4th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So in addition to bowling, there's going to be games, free food. Who here likes free food? Yeah, we all like free food, right? So there's going to be free food, bowling. So just make sure you get there early. Space is limited, so make sure you RSVP. We actually have sign-up sheets outside, so you can do that after orientation today. And then on Saturday, we're going to be all going to the California Academy of Sciences. It's in Golden Gate Park. Has anybody been to Golden Gate Park yet? A few? If not, this is your chance. So the California Academy of Sciences is an aquarium, planetarium, and natural history museum. So a fun place to learn a little bit more. And that's going to be on Sunday, February 5th at 11 a.m. And there's going to be shuttles taking you over to Golden Gate Park area. So make sure you jump on those shuttles and RSVP for that event as well. And then we're going to have our club mixer a week from Saturday. So all those cool clubs I talked about earlier, that's where you're actually going to be able to meet current students, maybe find a new hobby, and actually sign up for some of those different clubs on campus. And that's going to be back here in this building in the basement. So make sure you come along. That's going to be on Saturday, February 11th from 11 to 1. So stop by anytime you're free. And then after that on Saturday, we're going to be celebrating the Chinese New Year's parade. And so here in San Francisco, it's actually the largest Chinese New Year parade in the country. And guess what? We have a parade, or a float in the parade. So you guys can come and actually see our float that's going to be in the parade. We also have front row seats. So if you guys want to RSVP, you can get a nice view of that Chinese New Year parade. And so make sure, again, you RSVP online at the campus life at academyart.edu. And then we want to make sure that you get connected so that you don't miss any of the events this weekend or next weekend or throughout your time here at Academy. So get connected with us. We want you to follow us. We want you to tag us in posts. We want to repost your photos. So you can look us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. That's where you'll see different photos, contests, pictures, and more. So make sure you check those out. Get your cell phones out. You guys can start following us now. And then while we have talking about that, we're going to talk about the peer mentorship program. So did anybody get a peer mentorship flyer or newspaper while you were outside coming in today? A few of you? Yes, perfect. So that peer mentorship program is a program that's going to be helping you your first semester here. So we know it's your first semester. You might have questions. So we actually have a weekly peer mentorship program, and you can sign up for that in the lobby today. So make sure you do that on your way out if you want any assistance and learn more about Academy Experience. And then while you have those cell phones out, we do want you to sign up for our text alerts. So this is our last slide, very important. What this is it's a great way to keep connected on campus with our campus safety team. So while you have those out, I know I see some of you already have them out now, please text EZARTU to 313131. And thank you for signing up for that. And then if you have any final questions, concerns, maybe you want to make up a new club or have any events that you might want to suggest, you can always email us at campuslife@academyart.edu. And we're going to have a great semester, and I hope to see you guys at some of those events these next few weekends.
And you'll be out in the lobby.
Yeah, and we'll be out in the lobby, so RSVP and sign up for those today.
Okay. In charge of fun, Harmony Mortby, everyone.
Thank you. Oops,
Thanks,
sorry.
Harmony. All right. Now, one of the things that makes this university so special for all of you is that we have our own radio station here. It's a campus radio station. It's called urbanizeradio.com. And if you go to the iHeartRadio app on your phones, look for urbanizeradio.com, and you can listen to us 24/7. It's run by students, programmed by students. And this is the fun thing. Of course, students from around the country listen to us, but we find that we have a lot of young people listening to us in Germany. And we haven't quite figured that out yet. But Germany seems to have a big population listening to our urbanizeradio.com. So find us again on the iHeartRadio app. To tell you more about urbanizeradio.com, I want you to meet a fellow student. His name is Terrell Butler. He is a full-time communications student here at the Academy of Art University. He is a part-time stand-up comedian. He's won a couple of awards, local nightclubs. And he is a program manager of urbanizeradio.com. I want you to give a warm welcome to someone we call Big T, Terrell Butler. Hey. Come on up.
How you guys doing? You know, Academy of Art University, our Urban Nights radio program is the only student-run radio station, college radio station out here in the Bay Area. That says we get over 250. We actually get over 350,000 listeners a day, okay? All of our shows on our radio station are run by our students. So when you come in and be part of our radio station, you're going to learn how to record, how to mix, how to edit, your own radio show, and then we'll put you into our rotation on our radio station, and you can start to build a name for yourself and a brand for yourself for all over the world, okay? We do have 2 ways for you to listen to us. If you have iHeart on your phone, like Jan said, you can download us, look for Urban Nights Radio on iHeart, or you can go directly to our website, which is urbannightsradio.com, and click Listen Live, and you can listen to all the songs that we play throughout the day and throughout the night. You can also get a chance to see who's on our staff, some of the videos that we produce, because we are part of the comm department, so we all kind of work together to make our radio station pop. We have a special events during the semester you can look out for called Tuesday Tunes, where we invite young up-and-coming bands and different type of music artists to come in, and they do an acoustic set for us. We play music, we do an interview with them, and then we post that video on our website. So anybody in here from the music department that sing, rap, or play instruments in a band, you know, feel free to hit us up, because we do want to reach out to our music department and get some of you guys out there so you can all feel a part of our radio station. Most recently, we had Skylar Grey come in. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she's a Grammy-nominated artist. She wrote Love the Way You Lie with Eminem and Rihanna, and she came down. We did an interview with her. She did a few songs for us in our TV studio, and we got it all on tape. You can check us out on our Facebook page, urbannightsradio.com, and check out our interview and a little bit of her performance. And the radio station is open to all students. And this year, we're offering up radio classes as LA classes so that everybody can feel free if they want to take them. You know how Jan said drones are everywhere? Well, podcasts are all over the place. So if you want to learn about podcasting and things like that, we do have podcasting inside of our radio program. And you can learn how to podcast. And a lot of our podcasts go on to win awards. Just recently, we had a podcast that won the Intercollegiate Podcasting Award in New York City, and they flew one of our students out to New York, gave her a nice trophy, a cash prize, and it was a pretty big deal. And now her podcast is trending like all over the place. She's really making a name for herself. We also have students. If you like sports, if you want to do a sports podcasting podcast, you can do that. And a lot of our students that go into sports now work at 95.7 The Game and KNBR Sports. They work for the Warriors, they work for the Giants, they work for the Niners. So the sky's the limit. If you want to get into radio and you want to get into sports, you can do that. Recently, for our international students, we had a couple of students that came from China, and they did their whole show in Chinese, the songs, the music, the talking, and we actually put her show on with the time difference so that her family that lives overseas in China could listen to it. So right now, we are upping our base in China. Germany is our top listener, but China is not far behind. So make sure if you want to come check us out, we are in 79 New Montgomery, room 100. And feel free to drop over and say hi and maybe get a free sticker or take a tour and find out when some of the good shows are coming on, okay? All right, let's talk about sports. AAU is the only art school that actively participates in Division II, NCAA Division II sports. We have some great teams here. We have women's volleyball. They're out there. Shout out to the ladies out there in women's volleyball. We have men's cross country. You see right there, we have women's cross country. We represent men's soccer. We have men's soccer team represented behind me. And we also have our women's soccer team, men's basketball. We have women's basketball. We have track and field, men's track and field. And we have women's track and field. We have women's tennis, men's golf, women's golf, baseball, and ladies softball, women's softball. Our women's track and field team, they are NCAA winners, okay? They win national championships and track meets all over the world. Also, our women's track and field, they compete with some of the top schools around the country. So we win. We also had one of our students recently was in the Olympics. He represented Canada. He represented AAU in the Olympics. He took home a bronze medal. So if you see him around campus wearing Rio Olympic gear, make sure you shout him out because he was a major factor in winning the Olympics for Canada. And not only do we participate, but we win. Okay, our ladies basketball team, they won the national championship for Pac West 2 years ago for 2 years straight. So we compete and we win. And we also have a new addition to our sports world, which is esports. And we talked about that a little bit outside, all right? Electronic sports, video game sports are becoming very big. It's a multi-million-dollar operation. And we have started up a new team in the gaming department. In the game room, we have a full functioning game room with PC games and console games. So make sure you go and check that out, okay? Now, make sure you like us on Instagram at Instagram, artu_Knights. That's our mascot. We are the Knights here. You are officially Urban Knights, AAU Urban Knights. Look us up on Twitter at artu_Knights and on Facebook at artu.Knights. And you can log on and you can get trips to, you can be shuttled to the games by the school, so you can have free transportation to and from the events for the school, so you can be there and make sure you cheer them on. And make sure you use the hashtag #BeArtist_BeAthlete, okay? So now we're gonna get into a little bit of fun, because I'm here to teach you guys the official AAU school cheer, okay? This is the school cheer you're gonna hear at every student function that you go to, and I wanna make sure that you guys get in on the ground floor so you know it. And we're gonna make sure that you have fun learning it, because my man Bacon over here, he's gonna pass out some prizes, and the people who are the loudest are gonna take home some free gear. You guys like free gear, right? Oh man, come on, man. You guys like free gear, right? Come on, make some noise. All right. So, when I say art who, you say art you. Okay, it's very simple. When I say art who, you say art you, all right? Art who? Art who? This side is kicking right here. I like this side. You guys got some work to do, okay? We're gonna stand over here. You guys are good. We're gonna stand over here. Let's see it. Art who? Art who? I like the guy right there with the hat on, Bacon. My man right here with the hat on. Make sure he gets a t-shirt, all right? That's how easy it is, all right? Art who? Art who? Yeah, in the back. Bacon in the back. Make sure you get my man right there with the beanie on. Throw your hands up, boss. What I'm pointing to. Yeah, there he is, right there. Art who? Art who? Yeah, I see you. We're gonna get something to him too, all right? You guys, good luck in your future semesters, all right? If you see me around, my name is Big T. Make sure you say hi to me. I'll be in the radio station all the time. I'm the program director, so come by and say hi, all right? We're gonna turn it back over to Jen.
All right, give it up for Big T. Thanks, Big T. And Bacon, I think that they're waiting for some free gear right here, Bacon. Give it up. All right, so that's our program, our orientation for you today. Don't forget, tomorrow it's Meet Your Directors in your department. Again, welcome to the Academy of Art University. We want you to have a great semester. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for coming.